and welcome back. I just wanted to show you what Bert's got done so far this morning. He's installed the privacy screen along the front yard, and I'm so happy with it done. I love privacy, you know, good fences and all, and I'm just really glad to have this up. Right now he's getting started on the backyard, so let's go see how he's doing.
Okay, so what I have done this morning is I have finished the windscreen at the front of the yard, and now I'm trying to go along the garden here. I showed you guys in a video I did yesterday in my walkabout about, actually the video about the unicorn, in case anybody wants to check it out. So I showed you how we found that the wind barrier actually helped that section of our garden this year, and this section along the field here seemed to have taken on a lot of weeds, and it looks to be that they're coming right through the fence. The seeds are dropping, and it's just spreading into the garden. So before we try to rectify that situation this year, because it's almost that time, we're gonna strip all the vegetation out of the garden. We're gonna put down new mulch again for the winter, and we're hoping that with the screen in place next year we won't have as much of the invasion of the weeds. The other benefit we will have from having the screen in place is when we do bring in the additional mulch and wood chips, it will help contain it so it's not slipping through the farm fence and just flowing off onto the other side. So it's a win-win-win all around. It looks nice, it stops the weeds. We don't really need the privacy over there. It is a field, but it will help contain that mulch. So what I've done so far is I've just been going along the fence, cleaning off some of the natural vegetation. I actually hate to remove it because I do like to see it there, especially this time of year. A lot of it, maybe Cindy will show you after she's in a brief scan here, but a lot of it's starting to get the fall colors. It's getting the nice red. And this section here that I just cleared, all this vine was actually hanging over the fence over here, and it was actually just a wall of a nice reddening color, but it should look even better once that green screen is in place. It'll just make it pop that much more. So I'm going to get back at it here, because I think I also mentioned yesterday when I ordered this material, this will be the 5th section I put up, and the first 3 sections I ordered it properly. It was 50 feet long, 4 feet high, and as I mentioned yesterday, I ordered this stuff off of Amazon again. I guess all I saw was the price, because as you guys all know, the increases everywhere, as well as with this screen, and I thought I saw a fantastic deal, and I'm not saying it's not, but it's 6 feet tall. So I managed to make it work in the section I finished in the front this morning. I'm going to be able to make it work here as well. It's just going to take a little more effort. So I'm going to zip tie it all along the top like it was supposed to be, along the side like it's supposed to be. The bottom, I'm going to be a little more creative. I'm going to probably either roll it a bit and then go right through the fabric and back through that grommet, I believe it's called, in the material. So that should hold it in place. It'll be a little thicker in the bottom, but I think that will actually be a good thing. So I'm going to get to work. So it's a pretty quick install. You just use the grommets, zip tie it in place, and it works better with chain link because the holes are closer together, so you can actually have a little more control over tension on the fence. But as we've mentioned, we've been pretty happy with this stuff. We've used it. This will be our second year using this. It holds up to the very strong winds we get here, and doesn't seem to be affected too much by the four seasons that, you know, the snow and the rain and the almost feels like snow today. But the weather is changing quickly now. So where we are located, we could potentially have snow by the end of the month. If we do, it doesn't usually stay. Just often around Halloween, you can get that wet snow. So now it seems like this time of year, it's always a race to get things done before that happens. So once this is in place, we'll start getting focused on getting the garden done. Finished for the year, I should say. Alright, so at this point, I've got the top all fastened down. As you can see, there's quite a bit of wind. It's trying to blow it out. Fortunately, we do have a lot of the autumn olive bushes along there. We ran about 2 feet short, I'm going to say, of the end of the garden here. But that's fine. We do have a autumn olive bush planted there, so it should shade out a lot of anything that might come across anyway or block some of the wind. So Cindy's gonna leave me here with a tripod, and I'll do my best to record how I'm going to get this to stay down, and we'll just chop it up in pieces so you're not watching the whole thing, and hopefully by the time I'm done, this will look smooth as it is over there. So what I'm going to try to do here, as I had mentioned, there's an extra couple feet here on these windscreens that I purchased. So I'm going to spin this viewfinder around so I can show you what my plan of attack is here. And then I'm going to shut you back off, complete the task, and bring you back so you can see the result. So I'm going to spin this around now. Okay, so as you can see, we have some extra material. So I have a bunch of these washers. So I am going to feed the zip tie through both layers of material through these washers, and hopefully that will be enough to tighten this in place. Afterwards, I'm going to go back to the grommets that are in place, and I'm going to hook them to the fence. So I will have a folded, looks like about a foot, 1.5 foot section all the way along the bottom of this fence. Okay guys, so that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to bring you back. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm done crawling around the ground. I did get that bottom finished. As I spoke about, I fastened it on the bottom using a washer, went through the material. I know that that's probably not a good, secure means of hooking it onto the fence, but my hope is that once we get this garden ready to mulch and put the wood chips down, then where I have rolled this material up here, I will actually mound up the wood chips, and now they won't fall through to the farmland on the other side. So I'm just going to spin the viewfinder around, show you what the final result was here, and wrap this up, because I do need to get some other stuff done here that will be far less entertaining than even this is for you. So let me spin this around. I'll do a quick scan of the whole area, and then I'll end the video. So all along here, like I said, there's weeds coming through the farm side. So this wind barrier will hopefully stop some of those weeds from coming across, because I can show you in some spots here they are just ready to explode and fill our garden with seeds. So hopefully this will actually keep that from happening as bad. All right, so hold on there, because like I said before, the area that we had already done did not suffer the same amount of weed distribution. Now, it's not the prettiest fence, but the whole plan is to have elderberries and autumn olives all along these fences. The autumn olives are taking well. Elderberries we just planted this year, but we plan to spread those along, and we'll have a means of a good medicinal fruit and a better windbreak. So, hopefully I didn't spin that too fast. I'm sure I did. So there you have it, guys. The windbreak is complete. The garden is totally wrapped. I was thinking about, as I was doing this, as you guys know, I've been trying to rack my brain on how to get those fig trees on this far fence line here on the garden to ripen. So what I'm wondering now is I may actually use that fence to put up some kind of a black barrier that may draw more heat and reflect some of the sun, the heat and the sun back to the plant. So that might be something I might try next year. Anyway, guys, thanks for following, and I hope you got something from the video. I know it wasn't too exciting, but if you were thinking about putting this stuff up, it is well worth it in my mind. It's a lot cheaper than putting up a privacy fence or any kind of wood fence right now with the price of everything. It seems to be durable and doesn't look horrible. So anyway, for those of you who are on the Canadian side of the border, happy Thanksgiving. And for our American friends, happy Thanksgiving from us here in Canada. We know yours isn't until a little later on, but we'll all celebrate the same. So thanks for watching, guys.